And hello, everybody. It's Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and you're watching me, Ethan Van Sciver, 27. You're a veteran of the comic book industry, world's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man. Great big Star Wars fan and trusted member of the media. Just got home from the post office. Got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Holy cow. Everything's falling apart all around us. Everyone is suffering. Everyone is dying. A lot of people are questioning whether their lives matter. My answer is, I don't know. Depends. We'll take it on a case-by-case basis. We're not going to decide that. We're not going to decide that your life matters. Just for because you're part of an immutable characteristic group. But if you're an SJW, your life doesn't matter. Not at all. Your life is forfeit, and we'll feed you to the beast, kick you into a gigantic volcanic hole, and all that. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding at all. Hello, everyone. Manny Alvarez is here. K Sis is here. Metal Movies and Brewskis is here. Hail, chat, everyone. Oscar Rotten, KB. Let me get all situated here. My desk is very crowded. You can't really see it. Down here is some mail. I went to the post office and I thought we'd open the video today by opening some fan mail. For some reason, I sent Andrea and her friend Michelle, who were filling orders. I sent them out to the post office to kind of deliver you guys or to drop off your packages. And they said, is Ethan going to come get his mail at some point? And I felt ashamed of myself. I was like, yeah, I'll go tomorrow and pick up all my mail. No, I thought it was going to be an enormous truck full of mail, but it really wasn't. It was just a few returns and then some fan mail. And I'm always happy to get the fan mail. Somebody sent me 3D glasses from China here. So that I can see the world in 3 dimensions instead of the 2 dimensions that I've become accustomed to. I got this nice fan letter from Adam. Okay, Adam in what is ME? Where is ME? Maine. Hello, Mr. Van Sciver. I'm a big fan of your streams and how you fight against immoral socialist clowns. This is important. We want to fight against the immoral socialist clowns. Are there any other kind, Adam? Guys like you, your boy Zach, and Publishin' Pete make me hopeful for the art/storytelling medium of comics. I've enclosed a fan art of Cyberfrog as a Blue Lantern. I know my art isn't very good right now, but I hope to improve. May this letter find you well, sir. Well, I don't see anything wrong with this. This is we're off to a good start, Adam. There's a Cyberfrog as a Blue Lantern. I'm very hopeful for the future of comics too, and it's not because of us fighting socialist immoral clowns. It's because of individuals like you who are learning to draw and who care. So let's put that there. Let's see. Aunt Andrea and Hunter. Why Hunter? Hunter doesn't do anything around here. Oh, yes, he does. He actually rolls up the the posters. Thanks for shipping out my Salamandroid Blacklight poster so quickly. The package is a lot more durable than I expected, but it makes the shipping cost worth it. That's from Liquor Jim. Liquor Jim is sending me a nice, we know Liquor Jim. He's in here. Sends me a nice postcard. I got this, and this is one of the reasons why I better put that down. This is one of the reasons why I was enthusiastic to go get my mail, because I got this thing on Twitter saying, I hope you enjoyed my artwork. And I was like, well, what artwork? And he says, I mailed it to you like a week ago. So I was like, oh, and I liked the artwork. And I was like, that's for me? And he said, yes, indeed. All right. So there is a message here. Hello, Van Sciver family. I enjoyed watching your drawing streams on YouTube and drawing along with you. My favorite thing about you, Ethan, is how you handle people in your streams when they want to steer the conversations in a negative way. We don't want that. We only want positivity around here. We're trying to keep things positive. Keep on lifting people up. Keep on speaking the truth against SJWs boldly, and keep that positivity going. That's right, positivity. I think you were spot on in one of your streams when you said SJWs use a negative approach to further their agenda, and that is why their lives are forfeit. That is why their lives do not matter. Let's see. And the best way to win is with truth, fun, and positivity. Oh, so we can't just kick them all into a hole. Enjoy the drawing, Caesar and fam. Warm regards, Jovan Roots. And there's a little sketch there. He's, hail. And there's a little, as you can see, a little Cyberfrog sketch, and I think he's given it. I hope it's this. I can't really tell. I think it is a thumbs up though. I assume that because of the message of positivity that was in this letter here. So let's clip this open. I have learned to really hate opening, packages, like, trying to get things freed up from their packing has become something that I don't enjoy doing. I don't know if I always felt this way or if it's just a recent development, but I really don't like it. This, wow. Look at this. That is absolutely phenomenal. And of course, the word sex is hidden up there in the corner, I believe, to make this kind of extra special, extra EVS. Oh no, corners are bent a little bit, but that's okay. We'll fix this up in the frame. You know what this reminds me of? This art style reminds me of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That gentleman, who is one of my probably biggest influences as a kid, even though I didn't take anything from him. It's not like I draw like him at all or ever bothered to learn how. But I really liked his subtle, creepy horror. I thought it was his stuff was really unsettling. And this is an unsettling drawing. Thank you so much, Jovan. This is going in my office. I will frame this. And thank you for sending it my way. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what we got here. From Brendan. People are all starting to use these, Gemini mailers. These have become the way to send anything in Comicsgate. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I know what this is. All right, that's an autograph request. Okay, I'm on it. I'll sign that stuff and send it back to you. That's all Green Lantern Rebirth stuff. I was like, why is this being sent to me? Here's a note from Tom and Lisa Fink. Tom and Lisa Fink send me cards like probably once a week, which I really appreciate. I think they're very nice. And I don't know if they're watching now, but thank you. Here we go. Little note. Keep the faith. Keep up the great work and stay safe. There's Snoopy there. And they always send me these like IRL super chats. Why send me a $5 super chat? You could just send me $5, I guess. It's not necessary. Don't do that. I'm telling you, don't do that. But thank you. I appreciate it anyway, Tom. It's very thoughtful. Thank you very much. Okay, let me see here. It's been a while since I've done one of these kind of mail opening things. Clip this open. This is from a P.O. box in Texas. Uh-oh. You never know what this could be. Let me see. EVS, it says. EVS. It takes a while for that to focus. EVS, as my first campaign completes fulfillment, I just thought you'd like to see these. Thank you for everything. Hail Comicsgate, hail Caesar. This is from Wyatt. And boom, look at this. Ardana. And I did see this campaign. And I thought this looked pretty cool. Let me see what he sent me here. A lot of books. Here's an Ardana signed. Here's another Ardana. Wow, that is beautiful. Really, really nice. A black and white cover. This is the piece that I think I saw. This was everywhere. It's very nice. All of these are autographed and signed. Beautiful. And here's one, I guess, with the lettering on it. Thank you, Wyatt Holiday and Dean Flores. For sending me these books. I appreciate it. I'll look them over and maybe I'll do a review. I don't know if people care what I think about their comics or not. I appreciate seeing them. All right, let me see here. Shipped to Ethan from Kablam Indie Planet. I don't know what that is either. I'll find out. People are sending me their comics, as people get their comics done and they're fulfilling them. I'm like dear old Captain Noah. Those of you from Philadelphia, the Philadelphia area will know. Send your pictures to dear old Captain Noah. He had a TV show, I think, on Saturday morning, like Local Access with Chief Halftown and Larry Ferrari. What is this? All right, we're taped up here a little bit too much. A little bit too much on the tape. Now are we free? No, we're still not free. Go easy on the tape, fellas. That's my advice for shipping. Go easy on the tape. Oh, this is Chimera. Chimera sent this to me. Let's take a look at Chimera's book. There's a little flyer here for Indie Planet. Order placed. Did I order this? I must have ordered it. All right, this is SOS by Chimera. Remember SOS? This book looks really, really cool. It smells good too. It's got that nice plasticky kind of cover. You can maybe witness the texture on it a little bit in the back. It's kind of like sparkly. Chimera Comics. Looks like it's black and white with some color in it. Written by Chimera. Art and lettering by Ibai Canales. That's good. Covered by Kim Jacinto. And variant cover, which I did not get. I don't think. Maybe I did. Is this Alex Mirabel? I don't know. Can't really tell. It doesn't look like his stuff normally, but I'm not exactly wearing my glasses right now. Thank you, Chimera. Thank you, Ibai Canales. I'm looking forward to reading this and reviewing it. We'll see how this goes. Wow. Okay. This appears to be something from Kyung Lee. And Kyung, I did back your book, I think, but you already sent it to me. Didn't you? Yeah. This is Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb. Don't I have this already or no? Kyung, you may have double shipped me, but boy, I don't care. Thanks. Look at that card. This is the kind of stuff that we need to do more of. Kyung is ahead of the curve here. And another little packet of cards. Kyung Lee's Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb. Terrific artwork. Kyung's a great storyteller. I don't know. What are you going to do? This looks great. Thank you very much, Kyung. And I think there's more mail, but Andrea has it upstairs. I was like, I'll do a little. I'll just grab the stuff that's on the top here, take it downstairs, and we'll just wing it. We'll see how things are. Thank you. Chimera's in the chat as well. That's good news. Hi, everyone. Hello. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Matt Ruth says, anytime comics arrive in the mail is a good day. I agree. The thick is ridic. Chimera says SOS Onslaught is still live. All right, so you guys can actually go and back SOS Onslaught. You know, I got my copy. Looks like they're shipping. You guys can get yours too. All right, let's see. Yeah, Ethan is looking thick. Well, thick-headed. Comic Books and Cahoots says, I'll bet you smell everything with that giant sniffer. Actually, I don't. It doesn't work that well. You would think that I did, but I don't. And that's the sad part. Chris Spiller became a new YouTube member. Chris, good. Go to the tab. Go to the, community tab on my YouTube page. And sign up to get your trading cards. You're going to get a Rumblebee trading card. If you ask Andrea nicely, she'll send you a Heather Swain one, too. I think we still have a few of those left. Jude Van Ellion says, Hale, did you win the auction? That's a good question. So that's what we're going to go into first. Now, this is, I'm afraid this episode of Comic Artist Pro Secrets Live might veer into politics in a kind of abstract way. It's hard to say, but, most of you know, and most of you know better than me, because I'm not paying attention to any of this shit. But most of you know the world is on fire right now. Leftists are, stomping around and burning shit down. And, look, it's a damn shame, in my opinion. It's an awful shame what they're doing to small businesses and their communities. And by the way, I think it's organized activism is a crime. It's a sin. You don't need to do that. And it's possible to hold both views. Do Black Lives Matter? Of course they do. And by the way, let me just say something that is going to strike some of you as a little bit SJW, but I cannot stand when I see people say all lives matter. The reason for that is because it's redundant. Of course, all lives matter. The point is there seems to be a sense that, at least among, I guess, some in the Black community, that Black lives matter less. So Black Lives Matter is a reminder that Black lives matter and you can't kneel on somebody's neck until they die. So, whereas you might not see that happen to a white person. Now, it might be a perception. It might not be true that this exists everywhere, that this is the sensibility, but that's what that means. It's not saying Black lives matter and other lives don't. It's just saying it's a reminder. By the way, Black people kind of count, so don't kneel on their necks. Sorry to have to, veer into that bit of politics, but yeah, like when I see that, I cringe when people go, no, all lives matter. We know, but some people are getting like, their asses kicked and killed by the police, and some people aren't. So it's just a reminder to those police officers who brutalize people that just happen to be Black, I guess, not to do that. Don't do that anymore, okay? Because their lives matter too. Now, SJWs do not matter, not at all. Nobody chose to be Black or white, but you're choosing to be social justice warriors. You're choosing to be assholes. You're choosing to cause trouble. You're choosing this line of radicalized politics that I don't like. I just don't agree with it at all. I think it's harmful. I think it's dangerous. And I think that it kills every business that it infests. Social justice warriors are socialists. They're communists. These people are anti-capitalists, and hiring them means your business will die. So that is, that's where I stand on that. Okay, so right. All right, so here we go. Now, craziness is going on everywhere. Let me show you why social justice warriors are idiots in a quick video, just so you understand. You're cheering on people who are being destructive, and this is kind of how they feel about you. This video is enormous. I love it. You got a couple of white frat boys trying to cheer on. I don't know what this is. Is this Antifa out the window? These radicals? Here's the reality of the situation.
Why are you on We're on your side! We're on your side! Holy shit! We're on your side!
We're on your side. Don't you understand? We're the good kind of white people. I love that. That video is hilarious. That we're on your side. They're sitting there giving them thumbs up. These people, they don't care. They're going to throw a brick through your window, and then you're going to sit there going, no, we're the good guys. You're not the good guys. You're not the good guys. There is right and there's wrong. Burning down businesses is wrong. Stepping on Black people's necks until they cannot breathe is wrong. Stand up and just identify. Two wrongs don't make a right, certainly not. Something it's wrong, no matter what. This is wrong. What's wrong with it? Here's the reality of the situation. We have comic book professionals like Gail Simone, who are frankly cheering this on and supporting it, I guess. And in the meantime, these people are actually, are they collecting money to support the destruction of comic book stores that they just recently finished charities for? 4 more comic book stores looted during the protests in the United States. This morning, Bleeding Cool reported on 8 comic book stores that have been damaged or looted over recent nights, which ran alongside widespread protests across the USA. Since then, several other comic stores have also taken their experiences public. As before, they have different experiences and ways of responding. This is Vault of Midnight, Grand Rapids, Michigan, last night. This is Vault of Midnight. They're posting their experiences here. Last night, Vault of Midnight, Grand Rapids was one of the businesses damaged after the protests downtown. We are making quick work to repair the space with the help of our amazing staff and our equally amazing volunteers. I mean, what the hell, dude? What the hell? We love and respect our community and stand with them in the ongoing fight for justice. We hope that you'll join us in actively caring for and supporting our friends, neighbors, and fellow humans who fight every day to make their voices heard. Thank you sincerely to everyone who has checked in with us. We will be closed for repairs for a few days, and we'll update you all when we're able to reopen for curbside and mail order. This business was already on its knees. Like all comic book businesses right now, they're already on their knees. They're sitting there desperately trying to figure out a way to get comic books, to sell comic books to people so that they can continue to eat while the entire industry is shut down. And then these assholes are just going around burning down the neighborhood, destroying these comic book stores. And by the way, where are the comic book pros during all of this? Supporting it. They are on the side of the people who are actually doing this kind of destruction. They continue to post Black Lives Matter imagery and logo to their social media despite the damage to their own store. Downtown Comics on Monument Circle, Indianapolis, Indiana. Downtown Comics reported broken windows, but is encouraging local artists to decorate the hoardings on the store that they've been putting up. However, what does that mean? Decorate the hoardings on the store that they've been putting up. I don't understand what that means. However, they requested none of that political nonsense. So here's my lemonade from Lemon's plan for the storefront. I'm going to paint all the plywood tomorrow, paint it white tomorrow, and then encourage all of you budding artists to come and make it comic-y and fun. It could all be part of a big ad-lib mural. Dan Fraga, they need you. They need you over there. You can paint whatever you want. PG, of course. No, I'm just going to draw a great big penis. That's what I'm going to do. Just draw a dong. With whatever characters or backgrounds you want to. No tagging or political nonsense. Please, that's what's going to happen. I really just want a nice-looking comic book storefront that the ne'er-do-wells will think twice about before defacing with graffiti. No, they won't. They're going to deface this too. You don't understand. They have no respect. You don't think you had a nice storefront before? They have no respect for you. None. No respect for your community. No respect for what you stand for, what you've built. It's all garbage to them. I'm providing only the boards. No paint or supplies, but I'll give out some gift cards for really cool stuff. Don't. And post updated pics with your name and focus on your work if you like. Open painting starts Wednesday. All right, so I don't know why this laughing ogre gets crossed out. This store was included erroneously. All right, that's fine. Uncle Hugo's science fiction bookstore and Uncle Edgar's mystery bookstore, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Uncle Hugo and Uncle Edgar's joint store, which has been selling comics longer than almost anyone, suffered a lot worse as fires broke out. Jesus, God almighty. Oh my goodness! There was a call from security company around 3:30 this morning when the motion detector that was showing somebody in the building. I threw on clothes and headed over there. When I was 2 blocks away, I received a call that the smoke detectors were showing smoke in the store. Some asshole just lit their store on fire. Every single building on both sides of Chicago was blazing, and dozens of people dancing around. As I pulled into the dentist lot, I could see that the flames were leaping out at the front windows of the uncles. It looked to me like they had broken every window on the front of the uncles. Uncles is the name of the store, remember? And then squirted accelerant through each broken window. It looked, oh, for fuck's sake, guys. You know. It's just, I mean, what is this? This is evil. This is evil. It looked hopeless to me. This guy didn't do anything wrong. This guy didn't deserve to have his business taken from him. As soon as I opened the back door, a wave of very thick black smoke poured out. So I quickly closed the door again. The dentist building was not showing any flames, and the garage door was open. So I went in to see if I could save it. There was a door from the garage into a break room. And there was almost no smoke in the break room. There was the second door from the break room into the main clinic. When I opened that door, I couldn't see a fire, but the smoke came pouring into the break room. So I quickly closed that door and headed back into the car. Some of the rioters were busy breaking every pane of glass in the transit hub. The former Sheraton did not seem to be on fire yet, and there were guests who were staying there. It looked like somebody may have broken a window on the first floor along Chicago and started a fire, but it could have just been a reflection of the flames from Uncle's. I didn't notice anything going on at the global marketplace, but the rioters were headed in that direction. There is no way a mere fire could bring that building down, but it could wipe out all those businesses, and there are hundreds of people who live above the global marketplace who could be trapped by the smoke. Since Chicago Avenue was full of dancing rioters, broken glass, and flaming debris, I went down the alley and took Lake Street home. There were blocks of Lake Street where every building was blazing. No sign of any cops, National Guard troops, or any help. I'm pretty sure the insurance policy excludes damage from a civil insurrection, so I suspect I won't get a cent for either the building or the contents. This is evil. This is evil. There's no excuse for this. This is evil. What are you going to do? You're going to support this? This is evil. They also wanted to state that while they're looking at the best crowdsourcing to rebuild, they have not authorized anyone to fundraise for them. Atomic Basement, Los Angeles. Oh, it's this guy, Mike Wellman. Oh, we'll get into Mike Wellman in a minute. Black Lives Matter. There is a problem. Racism does exist, but fuck these people. Fuck this organization. Fuck Antifa. Fuck Black Lives Matter. Fuck these people. This is absolutely evil. This is evil. Mike Wellman of Atomic Basement in Los Angeles had his own different story to share. After posting, Mike Wellman, by the way, this guy is the guy who threatened to kill me with a gun. He said he's going to come over to my... Well, first of all, he said, if you're at a comic book show, I'm going to come and beat your ass. This guy's a loop-de-loo. He also is threatening Preston Poulter. When he threatens Preston, it's kind of funny. When he threatens me, it's very serious. I mean, this is just terrible. How dare you threaten me? When you threaten Preston Poulter, it's kind of funny. But when you threaten me, how could you? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Call in the National Guard. But anyway, he said, I'm going to come and blow your face off your skull. Tell me where your address is. I mean, that's, I'm not going to help you do that. I'm not going to help you commit suicide. It's pretty great how aiming a Glock, he says, can make a crowd disperse and turn tail pretty quickly. It worked well last night. Tonight is round 2. That's Mike Wellman, hippie liberal. Imagine that. Imagine that. It's like the Second Amendment kind of does work, doesn't it? He told Bleeding Cool, last night was pretty intense. Not sure if you heard. Pretty much everything around me has been looted and burned. Round 2 is tonight. I forgot. I got to do his voice. Last night was pretty intense. Not sure if you heard. Pretty much everything around me has been looted and burned. Round 2 is tonight. When we moved into the shop last November, December, I made friends with a little neighbor. Last night, he ran off a crowd of people intending to loot my shop and the liquor store next to me simply by aiming his Glock pistol at them. It was the first time ever in my life that I was grateful for a pistol. Fuck. Oh. All right. So if you have any more comic stories, feel free to contact Rich Johnson at Bleeding Cool, everyone. Comic book industry is, I honestly, there are some people who still think the comic book industry is going to get up after this. I mean, you got to be kidding me. In January, I started predicting this. I started talking about how this was going to happen. The comic book industry was going to die this year, but I didn't know it was going to be like this. I didn't know it was going to be this crazy. I didn't know these people were this nuts. Geek Chorus says, Glock simp. Are you more into the Siggy? Little Zigzauer? Yeah. A little neighbor. I know there's so much about it that's weird. I don't want to get into it too much. I like when it comes to Mike Wellman, just like read it and get out again. Don't think too hard about any of it. Absolutely. Oh, you're into the Beretta, little Beretta there. Yeah. Crazy, absolutely crazy, guys. But yeah, in January I said this was gonna be it. This year is gonna be the end of the comic book industry, most likely. And who knew? Who knew that all of these events would converge to just make it absolutely insane? The comic book industry will never be the same again after this, ever. It can't be. It's over. It's absolutely over. These people are not even willing to protect their local businesses. They're actually supporting Black Lives Matter, who I'm afraid is responsible for, hastening its demise. I really don't get it. I truly do not understand. What else is going on here? By the way, Mark Wade was on the Liberty. Mark Wade was on Comic Book News with Dan Shahan last night, and our own people were there. Comicsgate was there, dunking on Mark Wade. Let's see. I gotta find the right spot here because Barb Rogers Gun Girl totally dunked on him, and he got upset and left. And you can see his face. If you want to watch a little Mark Wade, we will do that now. Let's see. Little Mark Wade getting upset on Dan Sheehan's show. Dan Sheehan. And God bless Dan Sheehan for actually like sending this his way. All right. So look, Plan 9 Good Times. He's like Comicsgate. He's like
Miller does. I can't do what Brubaker does. They are very specific. They're very good crime writers. They're very, very good at what they do. The best I can hope to be is not as good as Frank Miller.
Yeah, fuck you, Mark. Fuck you. All right. Look, Mark looks insane lately. Is it just that nobody can get a haircut except for me? Is that what it is? Like, Mark looks really disheveled. I guess everybody's inside. Nobody's getting a haircut. So, although Dan looks pretty well put together here. Dan Sheehan got a haircut. Don't know what that's about.
Take that take.
Right.
So when Marvel came to me and said, we want you to do Daredevil, would you mind taking it?
Mark did not lose weight. Mark gained weight. He's just aged. Don't think Mark lost weight. He's heavier than ever.
In a slightly more superheroic direction, yes, because that plays into my strengths. And
really the only way to go after you get, I didn't think anybody could follow Bendis, and then Brubaker came along and just like, holy cow, was that great. But then
look at Mark's haunted, angry face. You can't enjoy talking about comics in your work. Like, look at this face here. Like, this is anger. Why are you angry about talking about your Daredevil run? You fucking dipshit.
Where do you go from there? You took it to such a great place. And who was the artist? Was it Marcos Martin? Was that
it was Marcos Martin at first, and Paulo Rivera, and then Chris Samnee came along, and it was just
Sam. Yeah.
It's really good looking stuff.
Wonderful. So I'm gonna flash this comment for a second because this person paid $5 for it, but it's kind of rude. It's against the rules of comic book news.
Yes, go Barb Rogers, Gun Girl. Please read it. So she goes, some things cannot be fixed, Mark, especially your type is stupid. But I will still throw some money at the host to make the obvious known. Let's see if he actually reads it aloud. Dan, you're supposed to read it aloud. I hope that you do read it.
It's kind of rude. But here, they threw some money at us. You know what? We're going to take this money. We're going to donate it to something you'll hate, Barb. How about that? We'll take that $5 and we'll
She already donated it to something she hates. What are you talking about? Look at Mick Gray. Mick Gray's delighted by this. Barb Rogers, Gun Girl for the win. Look at Mark's face. Holy shit. Mick Gray's laughing at him. This guy, Liberty Brigade, whoever the hell this is, he's laughing at him. Everybody's laughing, but look at Mark. Mark's like this. Barb Rogers, Gun Girl is a hero. Great job. That was hilarious. She sent that my way, and I died laughing. Hold on. Let's see Mark's reaction to this.
Towards something positive.
Okay.
So anyway, back to our character.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Guys, back to what we've got here.
Let me see how much longer he stays. Oh, he's gone.
The public domain stuff, and I'm almost more confused.
I'm watching the rest of this.
Than you were going in.
I'm glad that we have a lawyer running this thing, because that makes me happy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like you need that. And and that reminds.
It's still going on in his head. Barb Rogers, you triggered him so bad, Barb. All right, so we're at 35 minutes, 15 seconds. Let me look here. Mark is gone 2 minutes later. All right, let's go.
Part of this thing, as I look through the stuff, there's a public domain guide that is coming out as part of the project, or is that just loosely affiliated? Explain to me what that is, Michael.
Okay, so it's really just
it's still in his head.
100-page graphic
Smile,
novel.
that's right.
Then we did one-pagers of a bunch of the heroes in the books by various artists, like George Perez and others. We had a one-pager of villains. Then we did, let me see. We have a source book.
Oh, this is the best day of my life.
The source book is really a description of some of their 1940s adventures. People would have even more backstory.
You don't need Biggins to do this body language.
Really
you don't need him to.
What
it's pretty clear what's going on here.
1940s comics. We thought that'd be kind of neat.
God
And
damn, people are boring.
thank God again for Mark, who did editing, and
thanks,
for
Mark.
poor old Mick, who when we drew these, he had to
Look at Mick
ask
still
Mick at
laughing.
some point what it is like to draw, I don't know, 500 different characters, and their faces better all look different.
I've been kind of ignoring Mick a little bit so far, but only because I know Mark. I know Mark has to bail pretty soon, and I've got a bunch of questions.
I gotta go
for Mick for sure.
Yeah,
Mark, I got another.
I hate to duck out. I'm sorry. Is there any last
One
questions
more
going out the door?
$10 super chat, baby.
Woo! One last question,
So
Mark.
they want to know about you.
Why are you an idiot? One last question from Barb. Why are you stupid? Oh my God, how funny is that? That is great. And Dan Shahan, thank you so much for playing by the rules there. Some things cannot be fixed, Mark, especially your type of stupid. But I will still throw some money at the host to hey, make the obvious known. Oh, so good. So good. And I love Mick Gray laughing throughout that. That is absolutely funny. Mick Gray inked me a couple of times. I think he inked me on that issue of Hawkman that I did. And Mick, I think Mick is a leftist, but you can't not like Mark Waid being insulted. You can't. God damn, is Barb in here? Barb needs to take a bow. That's so funny. Camara says you could tell how much Mick hates Mark. How do you not like? How do you work with Mark and not hate him? All right, hold on. Let me. I'm sorry, that made my whole day. Fuck. All right, let me read some super chats here and see where you guys are with all this. I was very controversial today, so you guys might want to kind of chew me out a little bit, and that's fine. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that on this show. Why are you stupid, Mark? Let's see. Back up a little bit. SBDA 242 says, tell Aunt Andrea, thanks. My frog book arrived today. You're welcome. Thank you. Let's see. Disgusting. The historian says, disgusting that War Campaign is making memes of Anna's dead sister. I will never support them. I refunded Vestige too. I am disgusted. I've seen some of those memes, and they're evil. I mean, look, they're right now it's pretty interesting. Like never before has evil actually just been so obvious. You know what I mean? It's hard to sometimes detect evil. Evil is making itself known right now. Mocking someone's pain directly over their deceased loved one is evil. It is evil. Burning down small businesses is evil. People who didn't do anything wrong, innocents. These people, are innocent victims, and victimizing them is evil. So that's clear. Chris Spiller's a new member. Please hit that community tab and get your Rumblebee trading card. Let's see. Hail Uncle E. Hail Comicsgate, says David L. Comic Books in Cahoots says World on Fire equals the future is female. I know. Keaton Smith says, done my first drawing since my amputation, and it's of Salamandroid. It's not great, but I'm happy with it. Didn't think I'd draw again. Tagged you on Twitter. I didn't know you had an amputation, Keaton. I hope you're okay. I'll look for that drawing. Thank you. Wyatt Holiday says, thank you for the compliment. I hope you enjoy the books. I will, Wyatt. Thank you for sending them my way. Very thoughtful of you. PTI Noir 072 is a new member and will receive a Rumblebee trading card. AKA Pat says, from Philly, sign up for Trail by Fire on Indiegogo. Stay safe, everyone. All right, so you're in Philly right now. I'm so glad to be. I am literally in the trees. I'm living the lifestyle of like Heather Swain and the Survivors and Cyberfrog. Yeah, things are crazy out there. I'm in the Pine Barrens where it's safe. Or is it? Let's see. John Branson, thanks for $10. Testify, Frog Daddy. Spread this truth. Cyberfrog is $1 billion property. Well, it's possible. It is possible, yeah. Let's see. Matt G, thanks for the sticker. Chris Spiller for 20 pounds says, Uncle E, can't see the community message for the members card, but could you sign mine and auction them for the next Cyberfrog book and the Van Sciver family? You have reignited my love for comics. Thank you, brother. Hail. Well, Chris, I don't think you're a member. Are you a No, Chris, you're not a member yet. Because I don't see any, or are you? I don't see a little symbol next to your name. I don't see a sticker next to your name. Members usually have a little sticker of either Cecil or Rainbow Brute. Yeah. And once you actually join the channel, once you hit the channel join button, then you will be able to see the community message. Let's see. Antoine Dennison says, saying Black Lives Matter doesn't give Black people or their SJW surrogates the right to operate with impunity. The rule of law must be sacrosanct in a free society. Thank you, Antoine. I 100% agree with you. I mean, it's always like it's this back and forth thing where it's like, look, the right is right and wrong is wrong. And sometimes people have a little bit of right and a whole lot of wrong, on their sides. And I think we're seeing a lot of that right now. Phantom Mercenary, thanks for $1 and another $1. Jovan says the word sex is hidden in the middle of the sketch. In the middle of the sketch is the word sex. I'm going to have to look at it again later, Jovan. Thank you so much for that drawing. It's beautiful. Mean Mr. Mustard is a new member. Thank you for joining the channel. Moto-licious says, I remember reading a chapter in the Bible on this. Start to Come DM says, stay in the trees like your new IP. Victor Charlie. I heard a lot about Victor Charlie. People really like that idea. That should be something that we can do. Wow, 1,126 people watching right now. Thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to look at the chat real quick and just see, what you guys are saying, what you think about all this before we move on to the next subject. Pull up my sleeves here. Oh, we got here's another troll. Graveyard Grift. Oh, the chat's moving so fast. I can't even, hold on a second. Carrie Hettinger says, met Mark Wade once at MegaCon. He pissed me off. Yeah, Mark is Mark is something else. All right, let's see. Support EVS is with that. See what I mean? By the way, this is war campaign. Support EVS's neighbor, Dynamite Comics, Gail Caesar. Absolutely support Dynamite Comics, and here's why. Dynamite Comics is one of the few independent companies in mainstream comics who doesn't hate Comicsgate and who's willing to work with Comicsgate. Now, they might be one of 3 companies, Alterna. The other one would be Antarctic, although we've seen, their reliability, which is where Comicsgate came from. We have the 5th largest company in mainstream comics. Dynamite Comics is saying, we don't care. We just want to make money. You guys are where the money is right now. So, yeah, we'll work with Comicsgate. And you guys want to chase Dynamite off, huh? That's a good plan. That's a really good plan. I want you to understand, Comicsgate to me means it's a fight against social justice warriors for the heart and soul of the comic book industry. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to preserve the industry as it once was. But comic books need to continue to exist because we love them and because they employ many, many, many people. It's important, therefore, that we destroy every single barrier that social justice warriors have put up for us. If you want to work in the mainstream, you should be allowed to. Let's not forget that your boy Zach's fondest dream was to work for Marvel Comics. Your boy Zach wanted to work in the mainstream, a company called Antarctic Press. Mark Wade stopped him from doing that. Mark Wade prevented him from doing that. You know how he did it? Mark Wade went around and he told everybody, he made up a lot of lies about your boy Zach. He scared a lot of people. And then he eventually scared the company into not allowing him to do what it is that he wanted to do. Zach was a creator. Zach is a creator. But Zach was somebody who aspired to work through the direct market, and he should have had every right to do it, except that there was an asshole, and backed up by several other assholes, who prevented him from doing that through whisper networks and cancel culture. Work campaign. Don't become that yourselves. Don't become that yourselves. As I fight really hard to break down all those barriers and allow people to do whatever it is that they want to do. Dynamite Comics right now is leading the way by actually working with Comicsgate. They have suffered for it. They've suffered for it. They've had SJWs refuse to work for them. They've had SJWs contact some of their licensors, people that they're licensing characters from, and try to cancel them, try to get them to lose those contracts. They've stood by Comicsgate by just being neutral, by the way. They're not like, hey, we're rah-rah Comicsgate. They're just going, these guys are just trying to make money. There's a whole audience here that's paying for their stuff. We want to do that too. You guys are where the money is. So yeah, we'll work with you. We'll work with some of you, the ones that are making a lot of money. Yeah, come on over here. We want your business. That's Comicsgate. That's Comicsgate, pal. That's the way it is. There should be absolutely zero people stopping us from doing whatever it is that we want to do. I got asked the question on Liam's stream today. They said, if Marvel Comics came to you and wanted to do a crossover with Cyberfrog, would you do it? And I said, I'd think about it. I would think about it. And this outraged people. You're Marvel 2.0. How could you do this? I would think about it. I have no desire to work with Marvel Comics. But I will tell you something. The idea that Marvel Comics bent the knee to do a Cyberfrog project with me, I might have to do it for the sake of Comicsgate. I might have to do it just for the optics. I might have to take a fucking pay cut and go do some work for Marvel Comics or with Marvel Comics with my character. Cyberfrog meets Spider-Man. Can you imagine the howls and the shrieks? These people are crazy. SJWs see Cyberfrog as the most threatening thing on the face of the earth, a symbol for their undoing. If Marvel Comics wanted to do some kind of crossover with me, I'd probably think about it. I have zero interest, but I'd feel like it was my obligation to do it on behalf of Comicsgate, on behalf of this movement. There is nowhere that we want to go that we should be barred from for any reason other than merit. If our stuff, those of us who are good enough to work for the mainstream should be allowed to work there. We should never be kept out because of politics or anything like that. It's ridiculous. That's what we're fighting for. That's what I'm fighting for. I don't know what, War Campaign, I don't know what you're fighting for, I guess. Or those of you who are starting this narrative. I'm fighting for complete freedom and access, independence. You guys fight for whatever it is that you're fighting for. But I think I'm going to win. And I think that people who come along with me are going to win too. We're going to share that victory. Still love everyone. Absolutely love you guys. You guys are the best. All right. Let's see here. Draco 51683. Thanks for $20. Says, I'm beginning to think I will never get my copy of Vestige. I got a package from War Campaign over 2 weeks ago that just had bubble wrap in it. Since then, Road just keeps forgetting about processing a replacement whenever I ask. Well, it's not Road that's shipping them. From what I understand, it's GAT. So I would say go directly to GAT. You're asking Road to go tell. It's not my business either. But I got 4 copies of it. Stephen Cruz says, any good Trent Kanuga stories? I love that dude. A few. I like Trent a lot too. Trent was always the underdog with us, with our trio. There was Matt Martin, who was kind of leading the way with his book, Snowman and Vortex. There was me. I was probably right in the middle. And then there was Trent. And then suddenly Trent just blew past us with Creed. Creed was such a big hit, a monstrous indie success. He became a big star. He went over to Marvel. He did a little Ghost Rider, and they just beat the piss out of him. And he just didn't want to work at Marvel. He didn't want to work in comics anymore. I mean, that's the thing. He was working on Ghost Rider, I think, right after I went over there to work on X-Men, or maybe before. I can't remember the exact timeline. But Marvel doing Ghost Rider with Devin Grayson, Mark Waid's ex-girlfriend, as the writer. I think something about it just kind of, took Trent down. He went on to work in video games. He's very successful now. He's got a big YouTube channel, very big, and he's a pro. He's a great guy. Snarkticon DM says, why didn't Mark yell at Dan to fix this now on his stream? I'm sure he did afterwards. I'm sure Dan got a whole fucking ear. You know what? I would love to read Dan Shayan's DMs. Dan, if you're watching right now, did Mark Waid yell at you for putting that through? And he did. That Dan got emails, he got DMs, he got all of that stuff. Mark screaming at the top of his lungs with veins popping out of his neck. You embarrassed me. Carrie Hettinger says, why I walked away from mainstream comics. But for what reason? Bogue Don Digital Art says, thank you, Ethan. You and Zach made me go back into drawing. I hope you like my Samurai Cyberfrog I drew. Cheers. I did like it very much. And the Salamandroid, too. Mike Kelly says, when will we see the Sal Death Sting cover? Soon, when it's done. I'm finishing up the first 10 pages of Cyberfrog Blood Honey so that we can get the ash can put together. So that's, and then we're going to get back to covers. Track Media Only says, since Dynamite supported Comicsgate, I bought one of their random grab bags a while back to help while this is going on, even though I didn't care about the comics. Well, that's nice of you, but you should actually care about, don't buy things. I would say to people, don't buy things that, like, you know, to support something political. I don't know. I mean, if it, you know, really you should spend your money on things that you think look good. And that is the goal of Comicsgate, is to just make great looking comics, you know, that you want to spend your money on. Snarkticon DM says, but I thank you. Thank you for supporting Dynamite. Snarkticon DM says, if it weren't for your cover, I probably would burn my 2 copies of Vestige. I mean, guys, Earth Citizen 09 says, Caesar, why does War Campaign hate Anna? She doesn't even troll or attack people. I couldn't tell you. I honestly, War Campaign's trouble with Anna is more about, let me think about it. I truly don't know. I don't understand it. Like, I can see a little bit of kind of, hey, you know, she's just, you know, she's not a real comic book artist. She's more fandom menace, and here she is dipping her toe into Comicsgate a little bit. And I can, you know, maybe, I mean, it's stupid. Like, that's a stupid thing to worry about. But I mean, yeah, maybe you can kind of see that if you're in a little way. But then to be furious about it to the point where you are mocking Death and her family in an evil way. It's just, then I don't get it. I don't know anymore. And I've actually said, I've asked, I said, what did Anna do that's so bad? What did Anna do that's so wrong that you guys hate her like this? I don't get it. I don't, like, I'm truly confused by it. I don't know what she did wrong. You know, she was acting in self-interest. She took an opportunity to make a comic for herself. I don't really get it. Sierra Whiskey says the Frog Father always wins. Thank you, Sierra. 200 Watt Studio says, if Humanoids wanted a Cyberfrog crossover, no, I'm not interested in that. Humanoids never told any of us no. Humanoids is not my kind of company. There's not enough prestige. If Marvel or DC wanted to do it, that would be making a statement. But I don't even want to. Let me just express, I don't even want to. The thing about it is that working with the mainstream is an enormous pay cut for me at this point. You know, I don't want to do it. I don't think there's any money in it. I don't think they have enough money to pay me. And I'm not interested. A lot of people said, what would you do? Would you be excited about a Cyberfrog Green Lantern crossover? No, I wouldn't. I've drawn all the Green Lantern that I want to. I'm done drawing Green Lantern. I did a lot. I did a lot of Green Lantern books. Done with it. If I never draw Green Lantern again, that would be fine with me. In fact, it would be preferable. Over at Marvel, I just, what, you know, I don't care. I truly don't care. It's hard to really explain to people because people think that it's sour grapes, you know, like those grapes are sour because they won't have me over there. So therefore I'm sitting here saying that I don't want to. I made, you know, $1.5 million so far just this year. There he goes. Last 6 months. I don't want to work there. It's hard work. You have to conform. You have to deal with crazy people, and you don't own anything that you do. I don't want to work there. I don't want to. But would I, to make a statement? That is a whole different question. Would I do it out of an obligation to Comicsgate to plant a flag? Well, that's a whole other question. It's a whole other question. We own this. We go where we want to go. I come marching back and take whatever I want whenever I want it. And I plant Comicsgate's flag here. I don't come back and go, Comicsgate was the bad idea. I go, I'm fucking Comicsgate. You guys were wrong. You guys were wrong. We were right. And if you want to work with me, that's going to be part of the arrangement. Yeah. I will never stop being Comicsgate. I will never stop fighting to win. I just want to win. People who come with me will win with me. People who follow my prescription, I think, will win. People who go against me will fail. We've seen it happen over and over and over again. There is no coming out against me and winning. It's never happened. It never will. That's why they call me Caesar. That's why they call me Caesar. Let's see. So no humanoids. Fuck humanoids. Actually, you know what? The only thing that I want is turtles. And by the way, that's going to be coming my way, I'm pretty sure. So I'm about 90% sure at this point that I'm getting some turtles. I don't want to own the turtles. I want to do a turtles crossover with Cyberfrog. I do want to do that. That will be a pleasure. And if I don't make very much money off of it, that's okay. I just want to do it. So, that might be next year. That might be the year after that. But it's going to be fairly soon. And I am going to get to do the turtles. I swear. Let's see. Smart RN1 says, why no notifications and chat is freezing? You must go to your channel to see if you're even on. What the F? Yeah. YouTube does this to me periodically, and then I think they let go of us and forget us. They're chopping down my subs. This is what they do. And ultimately, me and Zach talk about it. We're like, we're not growing. And it's in a suspicious way. They do kind of ghost our streams. They do all this stuff, trickery. I don't care. I just don't care. 1,100 of you are here at 6 p.m. That's fine. YouTube, it's not the number of subscribers you have. It is what would you say? The engagement and the consistency of engagement. My engagement's good right now. When I do a live stream, it's always the same. When I do my videos, it's always the same. I think it would be the same if I had twice as many subscribers. It would still be the same. At this point, I don't even know if subscribers are real the way YouTube operates. They just chop off 100 of them at a time. Are they real? What is YouTube? I don't quite understand. It's possible that I'm pissing off exactly 100 people all at the same time who all made the same decision, 100 of them all at once to unsubscribe. But it's unlikely. It's possible, but it's unlikely, I would say. In which case, you can't worry about stuff like that. You just got to keep going forward and worry about other things. Sketch Therapy, hey, Sketch says, everyone they went after was competing with Black Dragon campaign. Black Dragon was always about casting doubt, demeaning competing campaigns and creators. Yeah, well, maybe it was. Maybe it was. But I don't know what to say. Don't go against me. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You're better with me than against me. And I invite everybody to be with me at this point. Yeah, look at this. Ricada Law has 83,000 subscribers and 4,500 watch live streams. Yeah, it's not like 80,000 watch, 45, and that's his regular audience, people who are, going to join him. You might get a few more here and there, but that's just the way it is. And frankly, when that's what you're doing. You want your audience to come see you. That's all you need to worry about. You don't need to worry about more subscribers. Snarkticon DM says, I'm a real boy with real feelings like Cecil. That's good to know. Earth Citizen, let's see, just became a new member. Thank you for joining the channel. All right. So some of you are saying you're real. I think most of you are. And I do actually hear from people who say like, I got unsubscribed. And I didn't unsubscribe from you. What happened? I have to resubscribe. This is the bad thing about political season. Let me turn off my phone. Getting a lot of Trump donation texts. This is, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the fact that there are some people who are saying I got unsubscribed, I didn't ask to, I didn't unsubscribe myself, is very weird. All right, let's see. Vince Garrett says for $5, Uncle E, if you use ad blocker on YouTube, all the notifications will work again, and you don't get randomly unsubscribed anymore. If I do, or if everyone else does, what do you mean? Oh, other people. If other people use ad blocker. Then that's the thing. Let's see. Is Biggins on tonight? Says Smart RN1. I don't know. I'm just doing I think I'm gonna have Billy Tucci on tonight. We're gonna get Billy Tucci on here to talk about his comic book, and maybe a couple of other people. Joseph says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to text you during the show." Yeah, so I know you guys can hear the little bing. I just turned the link off. All right, so what's going on? Gail Simone decided that she is going to join others in raising money for Black Lives Matter. Now, whoops, let me turn this off. We're Sexbot subscribers, yes. All right, so that's cool. You want to raise money to continue to hire people or allow people to throw bricks through buildings and burn things down. It's the death of the comic book industry. I would encourage all of these people to not auction off their few last belongings in order to give it to their money to a radical political organization that's actually working against their best interests. I would encourage them to save their money and to pay their bills with it, because eventually I'm going to be seeing you guys on GoFundMe saying, "Help me, I broke my foot and I need help. I need money to." So I'm going to see you on GoFundMe. This is the way the comic book industry is going. If you are at this point raising money in auctions for any other reason than to support yourself and your family, you're stupid. You are stupid and unwise. I would say you are unwise. And that is slothful and unwise. And that is what I would say about you. Now, they're still doing it, of course, because internet clout is what they're after. They're not after paying their bills. That's something that they'll worry about later when that crushing reality comes to bear. They'll worry about paying their bills later. Right now, they're worried about internet clout, because internet clout is better than paying your bills. It's so good to be able to dunk on people and own people on the internet. It's so important that you be able to virtue signal and let people. Wait a second. Oh, I gotta find this. Hold on a second. Oh, can I do it? Why do people have to let each other know like how they feel about things? I will never understand this. It's like things are happening in the world, and I've got to let you know. They don't really pertain to me, but I want to let you know. Let me see if I can find it. That's so funny. Oh shit. I don't want to tweet things that okay, here we go. Let's look at this. Our friend Sean Gordon Murphy, who is he's funding plot holes. This is his Indiegogo campaign that he casually said, I want to make he said, I want to make 500,000, maybe 800,000, maybe if I launch it in the fall, it'll be $1 million, but we'll see what happens. It's at about 175,000 right now. So it's not going great. It's going great, but it's not going great according to his expectations as he professed them. And by the way, if you think things like that, please keep them to yourself. Like, never come out and just say that you're going to make $1 million. Just say, hey, I'm hoping to do this. Anyway, Sean Gordon Murphy decides that he, in his fence riding expertise, this guy surfs the fence like nothing I've ever seen before. It is like, it's like Hawaii soy-o. Sean Gordon Murphy, I want equality. I want more good cops, and I want bad cops to be held accountable when they break the law. I want people to be allowed to protest peacefully, and I want the looting to end. The solution to these problems isn't more crime. That's beautifully said, Sean. Beautifully said. I want good things, and I don't want bad things. I want the bad things to stop, and I want the good things to continue. Beautiful. 2,000 likes on this, 284 comments, 367 retweets. Internet clout. That just amounts to internet clout right there. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, over here, we've got Tim Seeley, who is a longtime Cyberfrog fan and kind of like goes back and forth with me in private. Like, Tim is kind of, well, no, he's a leftist. But he's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like wishy-washy about the state of the comic book industry. I'm like, Tim was one of these guys who I said, Tim, when you're ready, why don't you just abandon these idiots and come over here to Comicsgate and become a writer? I'll help you do it. It's going to be fine. I know he's not working very much. He's not making very much money. And when you are broke, for some reason, internet clout substitutes for soup. I don't get it. So here's what he's doing. He goes, I own very little original art. I own very little. And this is my last crumb. But I do have this Cyberfrog Creed cover by Ethan Van Sciver. I won in a fan contest in 1997. That's right, he did. He won this cover in a fan art contest for creating a character that Cyberfrog could kill. I forgot about it. I know he won the contest, but I forgot what the prize was. As part of the Comics Writers Challenge by Gail Simone, I'm auctioning it off with proceeds going to Black Lives Matter. Highest vid in thread by June 8th, 10 a.m. gets it. Ooh, all right. So here it is. This is the cover. Now, I found this cover in a kind of whole big file that, believe it or not, Dynamite has, because Dynamite inherited all the Harris comic stuff. So Dynamite turned over this great big disc full of stuff, and this is on it in color. So, I mean, we're going to put this in warts and all, but this guy has the original art. And so here it is. Social justice warriors are absolutely thrilled. They see this as the biggest own ever. This is what's his name? Tim Seeley totally dunking on me. 721 likes, 225 retweets. Now, to me, it's like $600. That's the high bid right now. And by the way, all the social justice warriors here, and this thread goes on like, damn, you owned him. Oh, fuck. Tony Fleeks, sorry, bitch, I already bid 600. Here's Gail Simone cheering them on and stuff like this. Look, guys, Tim, here's what I would say to you. First of all, I'm going to win the cover. I will win the cover as long as it's reasonable. I will print the cover in Cyberfrog warts and all. I hope this is worth it. I see that you're trying to embarrass me when I'm trying to help you. I see that the implication of this is that I'm some kind of racist, and donating this money to Black Lives Matter is really going to upset me. It doesn't. Black Lives Matter itself is a terrorist organization, apparently, from what I'm seeing. I'm seeing them as a radical organization that burns down comic book stores. I don't like that very much. But if this is meant to suggest that, like, it's going to bother me because I don't like black people, boy, that's a hell of a thing to say to me. It's really kind of rude. It's kind of misunderstands who I am and what I'm about. I certainly do love people who are black. I have friends who are people of color. I have some black friends. I've got two black friends. I counted them yesterday, and a couple more volunteered, but I said no new friends. I was like Drake. I said no new friends. How dare you, Tim? This is an absolute outrage. Now, what I would say to you, though, is you're going to need this money. Do not. If I were you, and feel free to do it. It's your thing. This is your money that you're going to be raising here. I would hang on to it and pay my bills because by the end of the year, there is not going to be somebody paying your bills for you. There's going to be nowhere to work, and you're going to go, well, was Gail Simone's ass pat really worth this? And maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is worth it. I'm not really sure. But anyway, this is for auction. If you want to bid on this, and I don't know, there are some people who are like, I'm going to buy it and pee on it. But the people who are saying that don't have any money. If you want to bid on this as well, my bid is $600. I'm going to try to win it. I would like to have this piece of artwork back. I am collecting old Cyberfrog artwork, especially stuff that has not seen print yet, for that reason, and rescuing pieces of Cyberfrog art that are kind of disparate and spread out all over the place. When I was doing Cyberfrog, of course, nobody could give a damn about me. I would, go to these conventions. Nobody knew who I was. Nobody really cared. And so Cyberfrog artwork was something that I kind of just gave out to people. I gave it away. Boy, do I regret it now. I wish I had all of it back. And that's like a new feeling for me. At the time, I think when I started working for DC, I was like, let me put Cyberfrog in the rearview mirror. Let me just forget about Cyberfrog. That was embarrassing. I don't want to look back. I want to just keep moving forward and growing. What I didn't realize was how important Cyberfrog would be in the future, how unlikely and how strange it's been that all of these people here, all of the people who are congratulating Tim Seeley, are absolutely drowning. These guys are cursing Noah's Ark from the waves. And like, well, fuck you, Noah. Okay, that's fine. Fuck Noah. But on the other hand, this is Cyberfrog now. Cyberfrog is actually a symbol of a future for comics that does not involve social justice warriors. It is a future for comics that points the way towards being able to work in comics and do whatever you want to do without having to kneel to people like Gail Simone or Mark Waid or anyone like that. Cyberfrog has become a very, very important character. Alan Sparks, quote, I have black friends, EVS 2020. I'm going to retweet that myself. I have two. I just have two. And no more. No more friends. That makes like 5 friends total that I have. I don't need any more friends. This is Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet. $913,808, guys. This is absolutely amazing. We are almost out at this point. Look at this. Only 284 executive honeycomb box sets left. And these will be gone this month. I'm pretty sure that by the end of June, we will be sold out of executive honeycomb box sets. Also, this is moving a lot faster than I thought. I thought it would take 2 months to get to 1 million, but it might be quicker than that at this point. We're moving at a very quick clip towards $1 million. And all of this is happening while the world burns and while the comic book industry supports radical, but they've radicalized themselves. They're all like they're all wearing like Antifa buttons in their avatars. Man, it's weird. It is so weird that the comic book industry dies this way. It is so weird that it dies this way. But it like, here's the thing about it. I mean, I guess like ultimately, and I tweeted this out. I said something like this. I said, this is like the series finale that all events led to. This isn't a twist ending. This isn't a happy twist ending for the comic book industry. This is just stage of events. Here's the progression. Here's where we end up. And we could have seen it coming, I guess. But we were kind of hoping that it wasn't going to go this way, that it wasn't going to turn out this way. And it is, and in the meantime, I'm getting spitballs hurled my direction. We're going to sell one of your drawings. By the way, it's Tim Seeley saying this. I'm telling you, this is why I'm like, no new friends. I've got 2 black friends, 3 white friends, and Andrea. Do I need any others? Do I need diversity in my friends? I don't need any more friends because this is what they do. Every single time, if you're friendly to someone, internet clout, it's way more important to people than, somebody like Tim Seeley than just trying to stay on good terms with me and keep it on the DL. Nope. Here's my chance. Here's my chance to get some bat packs on the internet. And Tim, you can donate that money wherever you want to. I don't care. You can donate it to whoever you want. I don't care. I'm going to get my cover back, though. I have to protect it from weirdos. I have to protect my original art from creeps. I will do that. I will do that. And I would have given you the money anyway. Hit me up and say, I want to sell this to you for like $1,000. Sold. Absolutely sold. Yeah. Creepy. And that's it. I guess that's the door closed for Tim. When all this ends and you go, I need something to do, is there something that I can do? Do you have any more of my artwork that you can auction? No? Then you're fucked. Do you have, how much more of my artwork do you have that you can auction to pay your bills? Is there any more? No. Okay, so that's it. Let me see. Peggle Pete says, yes, I just emailed you a copy of my Cyberfrog art if you need it to rescan. Okay, thank you very much. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's okay. Liam can ask Frege to be friends. Says Earth Mind. Oh, for God's sake. Let's see. Ethan, please don't be cynical like that. I understand being gun shy about friends, but don't block out good people because of the bad. No, I have a million. I love you guys all. There's a difference between having pleasant acquaintances and actually having friends. And something happens when you get to be famous. And by the way, I am not only famous, I'm infamous now to this weird group of people. The SJWs in comics. Yeah, you would trade it in a minute. You would sell me out in a minute. A lot of these people would, just for kind of just for a little pat on the back. Ethan doesn't have friends; he has fiends. Says the leftover. Okay, Andrea. That's right. All right, so we all love Pie Man. I love you guys too, but yeah, it's disappointing. That is disappointing. Nathan Webster, thanks for $2. And I definitely appreciate it. Mr. Jackpot says, are you sure Tim was trolling? Maybe he was reaching out. He did at you on the tweet. He must have known you'd buy it. Yeah, no, he's being sincere, but he is doing that to make the wrong people happy. He's doing that to sort of give me a little bit of a smack there, and also to imply. Here's what I don't like about it. I don't like that it implies that I'm racist, because I'm not. I'm sexist, but I'm not racist. Like if you were to donate that money to the National Organization for Women, I'd be like, fuck, the fuck, no. But no, I'm not racist. I don't like feminists. And the other thing is, yeah, it is. It's I don't know. It's a betrayal of some sort, I guess. Granty's Nut says, "What's the plan for the Cyberfrog Sal trading card?" No plan right now. So that's oh, look at this. Michael Bancroft says the new cartoon is live. Let's go there. There's no plan right now for the Cyberfrog Sal Android Brothers trading card. It's not going to be. Unfortunately, it's not going to be in that magazine that War Campaign was doing. It's not. I can't put it there. I would like to. I would have liked to have done that, but I can't. I can't support that kind of shit. He's not a racist. He can't even jog. Let me see here. Yeah. Honeycomb box that bitch. I might do something else with it. There's something to do with it, but I don't think we're going to put it. I don't think we're giving it to War Campaign. Poor Steve Dye, by the way. Steve Dye is the guy who designed that magazine, and I'm talking to him now because I don't want him. Look, I mean, this was bad for a lot of people who didn't see this coming. A lot of people that have WCs in their tags do not like this. What's going on? They do not agree with dogging Anna's dead sister. Believe it or not, there are some people who see that as evil. Some people who are War Campaign who just thought, yeah, we're putting dongs on, dongs on the faces of people who have betrayed Comicsgate, and they're calling comics. Yeah, that's fun. That is fun. Is it fun to make fun of Anna's dead sister? Is that fun? You start to lose people when you do that. You start to lose people. So somebody like Steve Dye, who designed that whole CG Jumpstar magazine, has walked away, and he's in our camp. He's not, and he's just like taking a break, and he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm like, well, I think I'm going to put you to work. Why wouldn't I put you to work? Let me put you to work doing maybe let's do a Cyberfrog fan magazine where you'll see images of toys. You can talk. There'll be interviews with people who are working on Cyberfrog project. Let's do a Cyberfrog fan magazine that'll come with a pull-out poster. I'll do an interview. I'll talk about it. Let's make something really, really, really nice. It'll just be a one-shot, but a big like Cyberfrog fan magazine. And let's make you the money that you should have made. And by the way, I think you'll make more because the Cyberfrog fan magazine is something that everybody wants. who is involved in Cyberfrog, who backs Cyberfrog. This is something that people will want and will read, and it will stay evergreen. It's not going to go out of date. It's not going to suddenly be less interesting to Cyberfrog fans. It's not a periodical that you're going to have to make more of. I would invite Steve Dye to come over here and do a Cyberfrog fan magazine. And by the way, anyone else who finds themselves in a similar predicament, and there are a few artists who were there, come on over here. Let me put you to work. Let me put you to work doing something positive, something fun, something profitable, where you don't feel like you're doing something bad. That's the thing. All right, so Michael Bancroft, who has a book called The Lucent, apparently just did another animated video about me, and in the style of the Ricky Gervais show on HBO. So let's take a look at this. Ethan Van Sciver goes off on the absolute state of Marvel Comics. Okay, let's see. Comicsgate started because Marvel Comics opened the door to left-wing activists. They say, nice hobby that you have. It's a little bit sexist, don't you think? Maybe you better let us in to fix it. Bitch, it wasn't made for you. You had no business coming in here and ruining it. You killed the comic book industry, and you weak-ass fat beard cucks who let these bitches come in here and make it unhospitable. Tell the fans that they're Nazis if they don't like their characters being destroyed. And nobody wants to speak out. Going to be like, oh my goodness. Even though he is 100% absolutely right about this problem, I do not want to be attacked by cat ladies on Twitter. I'm afraid of that blue-haired land whale. I'm fucking Ahab. I'm Captain Ahab of the blue-haired land whale. Fuck them. This hobby means something to so many people. You be Captain Ahab too. Tell the truth. Talk about what's gone wrong. Because if you don't talk about it, and if you're afraid, then this hobby over the years will be gone for good. Now, I'm afraid the comics as we have understood them are dead. The comic book industry as we have known it is dead. But comic books are you. The comic book industry is you. If we're not going to fix this, nobody is. They're going to sit there and go, it was because of COVID. We don't know what happened. It's just suddenly comic. No. Left-wing activists came in and decided to take over this industry, spit in your faces, and destroy what you loved. Wake up. That is what happened to the hobby that you cherished. What classic stories are coming out of the social justice warrior generation of comics? Nothing. We're not worried about secret identities anymore. We're worried about identity politics. Oh, we got to represent more people. Why don't you entertain people? Why don't you stop applauding yourself? 2017 Marvel Retailer Conference. Some brave retailers stood up and said, I can't sell this shit. You're changing Thor into a woman. I can't sell it. Where is Bruce Banner? Who is this little Asian kid who enjoys being the Hulk? Fuck this. I can't sell it. You're killing my store. I can't sell these comics. And you know what Marvel did? Marvel made fun of them. Called them bigots. Said, we hear you. You're saying you don't like women. And it was over. It was over at that point. It was just over. The comic book industry was dead. Wow, that was great. That was really good. I sound so smart when you eliminate all the yes and yaws and the other sort of bullshit. Very good editing. That's true. That's exactly, that sums it all up right there. And you're watching it happen here again. This is this Black Lives Matter shit. More radicals coming in and literally destroying comics. Literally, not even just figuratively anymore. They're actually burning down comic book stores while cucks and crazy feminists and Tim Seeley wants to pay them to do it. When I talk about how weak men sat back and allowed this to happen, maybe even wanted it to happen. I mean, when it happened, I was there and I kind of went, yeah, okay. Oh, the comic industry is big enough, Ethan. It's big enough. We can let these women in. It's just going to make comics bigger. Women like comics? Like, really? I haven't, maybe a few, right? I haven't really seen that. You think women want to read comics but feel not welcome here? Or do you think they just don't like fucking comic books and don't have the same fantasies that we have? Well, let's find out. Maybe if we stop killing them and putting them in refrigerators, we'll see. We'll know for sure. I don't give a fuck. I mean, that's kind of what I went through during the whole thing. But now these people are actually seeing, far left extreme activists literally burning the comic book industry as symbolized by local comic shops to the ground, kicking in windows, and they have the same reaction. They're inviting more of it. They're inviting more of it. You have to laugh because there's nothing else to do. It's like there's no other response but laughter. It's ridiculous. At the very least, you would expect these people to go, just leave the comic book stores alone. Like, we're down. You don't kick us when we're down. Don't set us on fire when we're down. No, they want to give them more money. They want to sell Cyberfrog, which is the only character left in comics that makes any money. Cyberfrog is the only character in comics that is actually making money right now. They realize that. They want to sell Cyberfrog stuff, make money, and give it to the people that are setting them on fire. Tim Seeley, what are you doing? But Black lives do matter, right? They do. They do matter. That's not what this is about, though. That's not what these people are out to prove. That's not what this terrorist organization is doing. This has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Christ. And I said at the outset, I said at the beginning of this, let's make no mistake, it's like I understand what the phrase Black Lives Matter means. I get it. There is a sense, whether it's real or whether it's backed up by statistics, you can have this argument all day long. I don't care. That what they're saying is we feel as though, Black people are not treated with the same amount of respect when it comes to their safety and well-being, as considered by the police officers that white people are. We want to remind them that you can't just sit on our necks and kill us. Black lives matter. In case you forgot, we matter. All lives matter. Yeah. But, there's this whole other situation here. That's not a reason to burn fucking buildings down. And that's not what you're doing. You're not saying anything about that. You're being terrorists. You're being extremists. You're being violent. And supporting that nonsense is stupid. Is there any other charity? Is there any other organization or charity that you, as somebody who cares about Black people so very much, and Tim, I know you care so much about Black people, is there an organization that could actually fund Black kids going to college? Do you want to give your money there, maybe? You want to take this $600 or whatever it is that I'm going to give you? You want to give it to a terrorist organization? Or do you want to actually do something positive that says that you actually do care about Black people in a real way? There are other organizations that will help poor kids, in urban centers, go to college, have a future. That might be a charity you might want to consider, rather than the one that's burning your industry down, rather than the one that's currently setting fire to what's left of the comic book industry. Mind you, I don't care. I'm out of it. I don't care. You guys can set fire to yourselves. You guys are allowed to do that. I really don't care. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be better than fine. I'm making Cyberfrog. I'm talking to my audience. My audience is into Cyberfrog. It's growing. The character looks great. We're making action figures. We're making hoodies. Everybody wants to wear an all caps Cyberfrog hoodie. Everybody wants one of these. Why wouldn't you want one of these? All caps comics on the front, Cyberfrog on the back in foil here. We're doing this. There's going to be a little thing where you can put there are no earbuds. Nobody's wearing earbuds anymore. You got my logo here, often mistaken for a swastika. That looks like a swastika. What? It does. Yes, blur your eyes at it. Do you see it? Do you see the swastika? No? Fucking racist. There's going to be a zipper pull with the all caps comics on it right there. This is on the sleeve. This is on the chest. It's going to have this all caps, all in the yellow there. This is going to be a beautiful, look at this. That is a badass hoodie. We're going to be selling a ton of these, guys. A ton of them. This is what I'm doing while the comic book industry is self-immolating. This is what I'm up to. Here's the Cyberfrog piece on the back here. Silver foil screen print of Cyberfrog. Why wouldn't you wear this? You know, to church. I would wear this to church to worship the Lord. Yes, it is a busy hoodie. It is a very busy hoodie. You're right about that, but damn, it's cool. The Comicsgate one's even worse. Like the Comicsgate one's way busier than this. It's way busier than this. I swear to God, what are you going to do? All you can do is laugh, guys. That's all you can do. Can't worry about this stuff. Can't worry about these people. Let me see here. Let me open this in a new tab. And let me just show you how our frog is coming along. Some of you are concerned about our frog. You know, I don't blame you. What, you know. How's the frog, Ethan? Well, let me show you. Here and here. Okay, let me show you how our frog is doing. For those of you who care, we're making a frog statue. This is the Frog Sculpt that is going to be the action figure. Oh wait, let me show this first. Here he is. They're printing him out right now. Let me back up a little bit. Printing him out. It takes a long time to print out the sculpt, but this is how he looks so far. I just want you to pay careful attention to the amazingness of this. Now you've seen the bust. We went over the bust. We changed a few things. See how I kind of flattened out the top of his head? He had too much of a bump here at the top of his skull. I said, let's get rid of that. He brought down the tattoo lines here so that they will be painted on and they will not be raised up. You will notice that the leg armor is not just leg muscles that are banded. This is the proper way. This is what Cyberfrog actually looks like. Each of these individual bands overlap each other the way that they do, you know, on the actual character. And his belt looks dynamite. Right down here, you've got his kneecaps. They look terrific. We're still printing out his feet right now. We had to go back and do a few more little touch-ups on the feet. Today, I saw this and it made me cry. Look at it. It's Cyberfrog's arm. Oh, my goodness. Printing out his arms, those get plugged right in, as you can imagine. You know, just picture this little plug here. That's going to go right into here. You know, we're working on those feet, printing out those feet. Evidently, it takes a long time to print this stuff. It does take a long time to print this stuff. Now, the guy who I've got working on this, he used to work. He's an expert. This guy is so highly respected. When I tell other sculptors who he is, his actual identity, they're shocked, they're happy, they're amazed. This guy is well-known, well-liked. He's probably done statues that you own. He used to work, he's done statues for DC Direct. He's done statues for Sideshow. This guy likes Cyberfrog and kind of got in touch with me and said, hey, man, I'm kind of interested. And I said, oh, really? Oh, he's going by a pen name, which is fine. We're going to use his pen name, even though I forget what it is. He is sculpting all the Cyberfrog stuff. I have some people who used to work for DC Direct, but no longer do. They actually worked for DC Direct before DC Comics packed up and moved to Burbank. Those people stayed behind in New York, and they are going to handle making all of this stuff a reality. It's not that easy. These people have contacts in China. They have contacts, all of the toy manufacturers. They know them all. They're getting me the very best prices for the Cyberfrog PVCs, the Salamandroid PVCs. All of this stuff is happening right now, guys. It's happening right now. Cyberfrog is becoming an enormous brand. Absolutely enormous brand. It is going to be very, very big. And the SJWs know it, and they can't fucking stand it. They can't. Why can't they just be happy for me? Why can't they just look at this and be happy for me? I don't understand. Why not? Contacts in China, eh? Says Headrock. Yes, communists. All the how can you not look at this and be thrilled? Look how cool this vein is running down here and then down there. It connects. Oh God. They're sending this to me. I'm going to have this in my hands pretty soon. I'm going to, he printed out one arm. I guess he's printing out the other arm and then the feet, and then they're going to send it my way. And I can't even believe it. This is the statue. This is going to be the action figure. We can make this in any pose. We can make as many of these as we want, in different sizes. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool. In the meantime, while everyone else cries as the world burns, I continue to make things. Oh, Robin, thanks, Robin. Robin sent me the 3D glasses. Yeah. While the world burns and everyone cries and bitches and complains about this and that, I do not. I do not believe in that. I do not believe in bitching and complaining about things that I cannot control. What I can control is Cyberfrog. What I can control is my comic book, making toys, and supporting Comicsgate, which I always will. Making PVCs. You guys have seen the Salamandroid and Cyberfrog PVCs. You've seen them. I got so much stuff to show you guys. So much stuff to show you. All right, look, I'll do it though. I will do it. Are you bored by toys? Do you want me to not talk about the toys, or do you want me to just kind of, fuck off? Like, how do you feel? Tell me in the chat. Shut up about toys or keep talking about toys. Kevin Ryan says Caesar fiddled while the world burns. I'm not fiddling. I'm making stuff. No mummy talk. Okay, toys. Talk about dinner. Show it. Okay, so as you know, we've got Cyberfrog PVCs. The Cyberfrog PVCs are coming to each and every one of you the backs of the $25 level. You're going to get a Cyberfrog PVC. You're going to have an opportunity to buy a Salamandroid PVC. Now, the guys that I'm working with examined everything. They're looking at the sculpts. They showed me it in comparison to this other PVC toy. They said, how big do you want it to be? And I found out that I have to make them bigger if I want to keep the toes intact and the fingers intact and all this stuff. I got to make them a little bigger. That's fine. That is fine. And if I want to keep the paint steps that I want these things to be very detailed. Now we're going to be doing Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. Salamandroid is going to be for sale in and of himself, but also if you back a honeycomb box, you're going to be receiving an exclusive 2-pack of them. You're not going to get the individual carded Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. You're going to be getting a box with a window in it. Frog, Salamander. That's what you're going to be getting with your honeycomb box. So you'll be getting 2 boxes now. 2 boxes with your honeycomb box. You guys are going to be so fucking happy. You're going to be like, thank God, Ethan. You're going to be looking at pictures of me and saying, thank God, Ethan. Thank God for you. I had somebody buy 10 of them yesterday. You know who you are. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. One guy just went, fucking, I'm buying 10 of them. I told him, I said, look, if I don't sell out of these, I'm going to sell them on eBay for $1,000. If I do not sell out of honeycomb boxes at 200, I'm going to be reselling them for 1,000 on eBay. That's what they're worth. That's what they're actually worth. But somebody went in there and bought 10 of them. I was like, damn, my campaign really made a jump. It kind of jumped overnight. All right. So that's what I've got. Now, I told 3D Robin, I said, Robin, we've got to make Vespis toys. That means you get to sculpt the Vespis PVC. Just PVCs, right? Robin's going to kill me for this. But you know what, Robin? I implore you. I can show your stuff. Robin's working right now on getting the Vespis model down. He is looking at my drawings, and he is making them accurate. Now, it'd be pretty easy to do what I was thinking about doing and just getting an actual paper wasp toy from China, borrowing it. But that's not really what the Vespis look like. The Vespis do have weird stuff, like they have a spinal column going down their back. They've got human ribs, a rib cage underneath here. Their heads are smaller and their rear ends are huge, and they have this cool painted effect on them, this swirly pattern. So this is Robin working right now on the Vespas PVCs. He's just working on the model, and then we're going to decide what we want to do. I guess we're going to pose them. Now, I had this fantastic fantasy in which I nearly climaxed the other day. I thought about, what about a box that is just nothing but like 8 Vespas, just 8 Vespas, and then Heather Swain in the middle. So that way you've got your Salamandroid, you've got your Cyberfrog, and you've got 8 Vespas soldiers that you can fight. You can turn them on your Salamander and your Frog. That is what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking about something crazy like that. Hey, look, it's a Vespas Army Builder Pack. Yeah, it's gonna happen. We're doing this, guys. We're going to do this. So this is the Vespas design so far. Thank you, 3D Robin. He's still working on it. It's not perfect yet. It's not where he wants it to be. It's not really where I want it to be yet, but we will get there, guys. We're going to do big, significant, and exciting things. Let me see. Whoa, sweet. Cyberfrog hoodie. We talked about that. We're doing that. Salamandroid trading card colored. Whoa. Kyle, people are turning things in today. I have a feeling people just want me to say nice things about everyone today because yeah, Kyle just turned in well, all right. We'll hold on a second here. All right, we're getting an update on the Cyberfrog plushie. The size is 12 inches. Reflective electronic eyes, internal squeaker, hand suction cups on the Cyberfrog plushie. Do I want suction cups on this Cyberfrog plushie? I don't know if I do. I'm going to show you the Salamandroid card that that Kyle Ritter just did in a second. Got a lot of mail here. Shit. People are yeah, people are excited. Hold on. Okay. All right. So let me show you this. Download that. How come it's not downloading? I told you to download it. Everything's a goddamn nightmare. Okay, so Cyberfrog Salamandroid is going to be 14.5 centimeters high, the PVC. He is going to be 24 centimeters long. That's big. All right, so that's news for you guys to know. He's going to be very big. Looks like Cyberfrog is going to be 5.75 centimeters high. And 9.45. Wait, am I wrong about that? Oh, that's inches. No, Salamandroid is going to be 5 3/4 inches high, and 9.5 inches long. Okay, so that's what you can know about that. Cyberfrog is going to be 3 inches. So the toy is going to be 3 inches high. So what's that like? Like that? Pretty big. I gotta say, that's bigger than I thought he was going to be. Okay, let me see. Open with. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. The Cyberfrog card is being made right now. The Cyberfrog blister pack. How he's going to be oriented in the blister pack is being worked on right now. It's all happening, guys. This is great. This is really, really great. All right, so what are you guys thinking? Let's see. No suction cups. Yeah, I don't think I want to do suction cups either. I don't know where that idea came from. I think I said I wanted to do a Cyberfrog suction cup thing eventually, but not on the plushie. I pictured little kids taking their plushie to their cribs. You know, I thought it would be a, something that like a glowworm kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, it is happening. All right. Let me look. Plushie with a cute croak. Yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking right now. I will answer this fellow and tell him no. Or if you're listening now, No suction cups. We do not need suction cups around here. It's not going to be like one of those Garfields that you hang in your car. You know, that's not what I think that's not what I'm going for. Ultimately, though, it's up to you guys. I mean, you guys are the ones who are deciding this stuff. All right, let me show you the beautiful Canaan White drawing that Kyle just turned in. Let me see if I can open, please. Open, please. Why is everything? Hold on a second. Did I lose it? Hold on. I mean, I'm having some difficulties, guys. I'm having some difficulties here. Any help that you could provide would be appreciated. All right. Let's see. Open with. All right, I'll screw you. All right, so here it is. I'm just going to show you like this. People might not like it. There we go. This is Canaan White's Salamandroid card as colored by Kyle Ritter. And what can I tell you? Eat it, SJWs. Just suck it. Just slurp it. This is the future. You guys had all of the biggest characters ever created. Stan Lee, all his legacy, all of that in your hands. And this is the future. You guys pissed it down your leg. Now, suck the enormous phallus of Comicsgate. This is the future. This is what people are going to want from here. So dig it. Absolutely dig it. I love it. Look at the Vespas. Canaan White, great job, my friend. Great job. That just kicks ass. Just kicks ass. This is going to be in the calendar, by the way. The calendar that you will get. This image is for the calendar as well. The calendar that you will receive if you back the Cyberfrog Honeycomb box, the Executive Honeycomb box, which is on sale now. 284 are left, and you can get yours. You can be a part of this. You can be a part of Thoroughly Upset. I'm sorry, 281 are left. We just sold 3 more. You can be a part of Thoroughly Upsetting Social Justice Warriors, who, by the way, are sitting there selling what little Cyberfrog they have. The Cyberfrog crumbs that they own in order to support a terrorist organization that is literally burning what remains of them to the ground. You can laugh at them. You can be a part of this great phenomenon pushing forward by backing Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet. The link's in the description. We are marching forward towards $1 million, and we're doing it quicker than I imagined possible. I really didn't think it was going to happen this fast. I am in awe of you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you back the Executive Honeycomb box, let me just talk about what you get. You don't have to, by the way. If you back Cyberfrog Wreck Planet here, any copy of Cyberfrog Wreck Planet, you're going to receive a Cyberfrog PVC. You're going to receive a Cyberfrog keychain. You're going to receive trading cards and stickers, and 2 more comic books that you weren't even expecting are all going to come with this beautiful Chromium comic. $25 buys a lot when you back Cyberfrog. It buys a lot. But let me show you what the Executive Honeycomb box has. Here it is right here. It's in a beautiful store folio. There are 9 comic books inside of this and 1 wall calendar, which is shaped like a comic book. So it's, let's just say 10 comic books, all shoved into this box, which is magnetically sealed. When you open it, you will see beautiful images of Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. You will also, a bunch of books will fall out. We'll talk about those books. You'll have 3 trading cards. One is called Family. It's a nice portrait of Cyberfrog, Heather, and Salamandroid and Lily. One is called Spite. It's a copy. It's an image of Spite, Cyberfrog's cat enemy from the 1990s, souped up. One is called Scorpion. You're going to get to see Scorpion, who is a bruiser. Wait till you see Scorpion. Then you have 3 Chromium cards: Cyberfrog, Heather, Salamandroid. Chromium trading cards. You are going to be receiving 2 big Dazzler stickers, die-cut Dazzler stickers of Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. You will be receiving, what else? You'll be receiving a keychain, or like a kind of plasticky, rubbery Cyberfrog keychain that you're really going to like to have. And it will not hurt your balls when it goes into your pocket. It's flat. And you will be receiving a Cyberfrog PVC and Salamandroid PVC set, a box set of both of those characters. And it will all be packaged. Well, the books and the stickers and everything will all be shoved into this store folio. The toys will be sent sided on top of it. This is the ultimate way to enjoy Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet. It's a sturdy portfolio with a magnetic seal covered with honeycomb material printed on the outside and beautiful splash art of our heroes on the inside. It's a great way to protect and display your Cyberfrog collection on your bookshelf. And guys, there is going to be a Blood Honey box as well. Okay, so I'm going to actually go back and release posthumously. Posthumously means after you died. Well, the campaign's dead. It's over with. Posthumously, a Cyberfrog Blood Honey box like this, so that you can shove all of your Cyberfrog books in there and keep them all on the shelf. Keep it organized. Inside the box, 1 copy of Jay Lee's Wrecked Planet. You're going to get this. You're going to get 1 copy of Salamandroid Death's Sting. You're going to get 1 copy of Cyberfrog Heartsick Horror, a bonus comic with art by E.J. Morgis. You're going to be receiving 1 copy of the exclusive gold foil and embossed Ultimate Blood Honey. This is awesome. 80 pages. It's going to have Cyberfrog Blood Honey and 1998 all in 1 book, perfect bound. Beautiful, high-quality product with thick paper and everything like that. You are going to be thrilled with this, and you can only get Ultimate Blood Honey. There will only be 2,500 copies made with this box. You're going to get 1 copy of Amphibionics number 2. You're going to be receiving 1 copy of Salamandroid Color Zine. You're going to be getting 1 copy of Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet Our Heroes Chromium variant, 1 copy of Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet Villainous Scum Chromium variant, 1 copy, this is exclusive, you can only get this Wrecked Planet variant in the box, 1 copy of Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet I Spit on Your Hive Chromium variant, 1 exclusive Cyberfrog wall calendar featuring art like what you just saw by Kane and White and many others. The biggest names in Comicsgate doing the best work of their lives in the Cyberfrog wall calendar. You know what? I talked to Andrew. I said, she's like, you better date it for 2022. You date it for 2021 and you're shipping it in December. It's like, it's a little too close for comfort. I said, yeah, you're probably right. So it's going to be a 2022 calendar. Maybe we'll make it an 18-month calendar. We definitely have enough artwork so we can pick it up maybe in June of 2021. 1 of every, that makes sense because it says May of 2021 here. So we'll start it in June. 1 of every additional regular perk and achievement that this campaign sees from here on. So anything that we add to the campaign, any extra bonuses, don't worry about it. You're subscribed to the campaign. You're getting 1 of everything, and you're getting it first. You're getting that Salamandroid PVC. Other people are going to have to pay for it. You already paid for it. You bought your honeycomb box. Other people are going to have to pay $20, $25 for that Salamandroid PVC. You're getting it. That's cool. We've still got original art here. We've got an opportunity, 3 opportunities left for you to join the cast and be a part of the show. This is a big deal. You're going to get drawn into the book. Your name is going to be used. You're going to be a character that interacts with Cyberfrog and Heather. We've got 1 piece of Jay Lee Ashcan original art here. Piece of Jay Lee original art for Wrecked Planet is available right now. All other original art covers are sold out. If you purchase the $50 tier or higher, other than the honeycomb box, your order will be shipped in the chicken fry box, which is a replica of the fast food container that Heather Swain would use to bring chicken home to Cyberfrog. Your books will be kept safe in this container, which contains this foam layer over top of it with this delicious image of fried chicken. Make sure that your books arrive safe and have this nice kind of immersive, interactive sort of packaging that brings you right into the world of Cyberfrog, Salamandroid, and Heather Swain. They love their fried chicken. All stretch goals have been met, all of them. And I might add another stretch goal. I haven't decided yet. Might do it. We'll see. All right, so that's the campaign right now, guys. If you haven't backed it, make sure that you do, because you don't want to miss any of this. And this campaign is the campaign for 2020. We're gonna do another one at the end of the year. We're gonna do Rainbow Brute. Had a few people going, when are you gonna do Rainbow Brute? November 15th. November 15th, we're gonna launch Rainbow Brute. While we're printing and fulfilling Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be here asking you to back Rainbow Brute from like November 15th to January 15th. That is Rainbow Brute period. So hopefully by the time Rainbow Brute ends, we'll have fulfilled Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet. And then it's on to Cyberfrog 3. And then 4. Cyberfrog 3 is called Red Extermination. Cyberfrog 4 is called The Green Supremacy. And now I will tell you, Cyberfrog 5, which is the beginning of Season 2, is called The Pollen Kingdom. So that's my announcement for today. That's my exciting announcement. Cyberfrog 5, The Pollen Kingdom. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I'm so excited about all this shit. Pollen Kingdom. Yes. What does it mean? What does it mean? You'll see. You guys will see. All right, let me read some super chats. I love this. How can you not love it? How can you not be excited and motivated, enthused about the opportunities that wait for us here at Comicsgate? How would you ever want to go against us? Why wouldn't you want to be a part of this? Doesn't make sense to not. All right, let's see. Doppler Radar says, Man of Sex is disgusting for what he did to Anna. Gladiator says, F Vestige. Boy, you guys are coming out against War Campaign. I am not encouraging this. Hold on a second. Let me look you in the eyes. I'm not encouraging anyone to come out against War Campaign or their campaign itself. I don't want to see that happen. What I think you should do is block and ignore individuals who are going along with this. Individuals who are supporting the idea of tormenting Anna, block them. Block them. You can meme me. You can meme Cecil. Make fun of us. Call us fat. Call us gay. Whatever it is that you want to do. I don't care. But there's that's evil. So I would recommend mute, block, and don't talk about it. I do not want their campaign interfered with in any single way. We're just not going to be supporting it. I'm not recommending it. I'm not supporting it. That's the punishment for this. And individual war campaigners that did nothing wrong, that just believe in having a good time, you guys are welcome. You guys are Comicsgate. It's obvious. And I hope some of you will condemn this and not encourage it yourselves and realize that it's you guys want to be on. You want to be good guys, I think. Do you want to not be good? I don't know. Maybe you don't want to be good guys. But there's definitely good guys and bad guys in this. So again, I would just say mute, block, ignore, ghost. Sorry, guys. That's the answer. Going forward. Let's see. Ethan likes big butts and cannot lie. I don't really. They're okay. I'm not one of those guys who's into big, thick women. They're all right. It's not my preference. Rich Speck says, this all looks amazing, Uncle E. I'm digging that hoodie, especially. Gonna have to start figuring Cyberfrog merch into my monthly bills. Hail Comicsgate. Oh, thanks, Rich. I appreciate that. Mecha Gaijin Kaiju says, sell me a Heather Swain statue, Frog Emperor. We're launching that pretty soon. We're almost ready to launch that, I think. Rhino says, how many acts of terrorism do Antifa have to commit before people say Antifa is a terrorist organization? What about when the leaders endorse it? Same with War Campaign. David Bowser says, when's the next Comicsgate auction? Fat Man and Gay Cecil? Let's see. July, right? So yeah. Well, we do them seasonally. So we did the last one in April. 3 months. April, May, June, July. So we'll do another auction in July. Every artist is invited. We do them 2 days, because the problem with doing a one-night auction is that people get tired. Some people can't make it. And then they run until 5 a.m. and then it doesn't make any sense. So let's just do 2. We'll do the whole weekend, like Friday, Saturday. We might even make it 3 days if it's really successful. 3-day auction to make sure that everybody gets a chance to sell their artwork and that everybody gets to participate. That's July. I would say probably, let me look at when the last one was. Last one was April 24th. So July 24th. How's that sound? Something like that. The last weekend of July. Well, that's when we'll do that auction. Okay. Let me see here. Read my previous super chat, says Comics Exposed. I'm going backwards. Let's see. The man on the wall says, have you ever thought of sending pies as part of a perk? I don't want the trouble. Mike TV says, hey, EVS, got my copy of Vestige today. Worth owning for the cover alone. That said, I won't be supporting Vestige 2. Blame Roe messing with Anna. I'm out. Eric Weathers says, 4 days left for Battlebrick Road. Check it out. Battlebrick Road by Eric Weathers is awesome. Tater Toddler Jaharami says, Preston's ex-wife holding the Cyberfrog sculpture? No, hell no. All caps dildo, says Tater Toddler Jaharami. We're probably not going to be getting into the marital aid industry. We're not going to be getting into the sex toys industry, but never say never. Devilfish says $75 away from the Lucent hitting 15K and unlocking that stretch goal. Well, by the way, the Lucent is Michael Bancroft's campaign. I'm going to watch his cartoon again in a little bit. And, if you like that, why don't you support the Lucent, which is what the animator is funding. DeWall says, I care about how they're destroying their industry. No, he says, I care about how they're destroying their industry. I want them to slow down. My popcorn hasn't finished thumping yet. Nerdy Biz guy says, Black Lives Matter helps spark mass shootings. See Dallas cops. Yorishima Otaru says, police brutality is the issue, not race. For every 10,000 blacks arrested, 3 are killed. For every 10,000 whites arrested, 4 are killed. Only 1 is newsworthy. DeWall says, social justice warrior lives matter. No, they really don't. I'm opposed to extermination camps, however. I think we should bring back exile. Served a very useful purpose in its time, a purpose, and that time is now. By the way, that's what the trebuchet was originally. It was exile in midair. I'm for the trebuchet. Zero Depressive says, it's just the middle of 2020. We haven't even gotten to the election. Let me do a quick recap. Pandemic worldwide. Dem candidate has signs of onset dementia. Riots bordering on insurrection. Woo! Yeah, I'm with you, dude. It is a crazy year. Well, what are you going to do? I mean, here's the thing. I'm trying to explain this to Andrea. I'm like, look, you've got left-wingers who have no chance of winning this election. No chance. You really look at what they have to lose. Ruth Bader Ginsburg ain't going to make it another 4 years. The Supreme Court will be conservative, all this stuff. They cannot beat Trump. Their candidate is a joke. What else do you do but burn it all down when you're these people? What do? You just burn shit down and use any excuse. Use any excuse to do it. And I think that's what we're witnessing right now. It's no coincidence that it's an election year. The problem with it is that this kind of thing leads to a majority for ages, for generations. Mike Wellman, dirty hippie weirdo, is now starting to become a Second Amendment advocate because he sees how effective a Glock is when you need it. And here's the thing about gun control. Here's the thing about owning guns. I'm a big Second Amendment advocate. Guns, yeah, they're scary. Yeah, when you need a gun, nothing else will do. Simple as that. I had to explain that to Andrea because Andrea's like, I don't want a gun in the house. I'm like, we're going to have guns in the house because when you need a gun, nothing else will do. A baseball bat? No, you need a gun. Well, guns kill people. Yes, so there might be the circumstance where you need to kill someone to save this family. And I'm not using a knife. I'm not using a baseball bat. I'm going to use a gun. I'm going to make it quick. I am going to make it as easy as possible on everyone around me. I'm going to shoot them. And then I'm going to go back to bed on my pillow and sleep like a baby. You need guns. You need them. And I think guys like, Mike Wellman see that. He just saw that effectively. Is Mike Wellman going to come out against guns ever again? His business was almost burned to the ground. And one single gun, one handgun, boom. Just the threat of it, by the way. When you have a gun, you usually don't even need to pull the trigger. You don't have to use it. That's why the scarier the gun looks, the better. They're afraid of these like ARs and these, big scary black guns. But they're just rifles. These guns, the scarier they look, the better, because you don't want to use them. Nobody really wants to kill anyone. That's not what you want to do. You want people to leave. this kind of thing, these kind of circumstances have the opposite effect of, I guess, what they're intending. These kind of events where people actually see that, look, it could come to this, and I need to protect my business and my family. Welcome to, another 8 years of Republican rule. That's what's going to happen. You can cry about it, but this isn't the way. This isn't the way. Let's see. Nerdy Biz Guy. Read that. DeWall, read that. Peter Gilmore joined the channel. Thank you so much, Peter. Appreciate you. Sketch Therapy says, can members get the Brothers card? It's already done. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. We were going to do a Shockroach card next, but maybe I'll just release the Brothers card to members. I got to reconfigure the back. I got to change it so that it says Comic Artist Pro Secrets members exclusive promo card. But that's not gonna be a problem. The card hasn't even gone to print yet. Gerlock the Gargoyle is a new member. Thank you for joining. And people want to know, what's the plan for the Cyberfrog Sal trading card? Is that what you guys want? Should I just release it to you? I have no problem doing that. Yes. That's what you want. Yeah, I have no problem doing that. If that's what you guys want, we'll do that. We'll get around to Shockroach, but frankly, I'm so busy right now. I don't know when I'm going to be able to draw the Shockroach trading card in the midst of all this. The Brothers card is already done, so why don't we release the Brothers card to you guys? And that'll be what we do. Is Piper bald yet? I hope not. I don't understand what's going on with Piper and I'm going to shave my head. Nobody wants that, Piper. Nobody wants that. Oh, for goodness sake. We want our ladies around here to be lovely. We don't want them to look like Ripley in Aliens. All right, let me see here. Mandy's laughing. All right. 7 of 9 says, I haven't received my Rumblebee card yet. 7 of 9. And you're a member. Yes. Yeah, you are a member. 7 of 9, try again. I mean, write to that address again and just say, I haven't received it yet. It could be that it got, returned to us because today we did receive a few returns, like 5 returns in the mail. Let me see. How many pages are done for Wreck Planet? Just 12 right now, but they're not in order. So I've got to do another 5 pages to get the first 10 pages done of Wreck Planet. So, I mean, I drew almost nothing during the campaign. Almost nothing. All I did was campaign. Now I'm drawing again. Now I'm actually sitting down and drawing Cyberfrog pages. It's too hard when all you're doing is talking about the campaign, promoting and selling. It's just I can't immerse myself in the world of Cyberfrog. So that's where we're at. Let's see. Dolls look great. Can't wait, says Michael Tryon. Thank you very much. Keaton Smith got his Black Light poster today. That's great news as well. Everyone's getting their Black Light posters. Ladies, do not shave your heads. Absolutely do not shave your heads. All right. So I guess that's it for now. It's 7:30. I'm going to come back, I think, because I'm going to promote Billy Tucci tonight. So I'm going to kind of cut this one short. I don't want to make Billy Tucci be a part of a live stream that says SJW lives don't matter. He doesn't need to be associated with that. I'm sure he agrees, but he doesn't need to be a part of that kind of a live stream. But I'll come back in a little bit with Billy. His Miss Fury IGG campaign just started. Billy Tucci's Miss Fury. So we are going to be promoting that, and let's see if we can get that one jumping. I'm going to go jump in the swimming pool real quick and just kind of chill, and I'll be right back later. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the super chats. Love you all, and see you again soon.